Okay, we are back again, like tag team. This is excellent. And we're trying to also add in a different, there we go. Are we good? Oh, yeah. I love it. Okay. Boom. Fantastic. For this stream, we've actually, for this portion of the stream, we've also added Instagram. So welcome, everybody. This is going to be amazing. I'm super excited about this. And in this session, not only are we going to be taking all of your questions and going through a bunch of YouTube comments and doing a big giveaway. Comment 7 down below to join the giveaway today. Let's get a banner up. Let's throw a banner up. Okay. First off, there's the banner for that. Okay. If you comment 7 to join the giveaway for this session, you're going to be getting the giveaway today is 2 prizes. You're in this session is a $100 gift card and a free hat to you anywhere in the world. If you can see this, you're going to be getting, you are eligible because I can send it to you and I'm going to pay for the shipping no matter where it is in the world because I want you to be happy. Muhammad's already done it. Fantastic. And special bonus for this portion of the day today, what we're going to do is we're going to say, if you're watching this on any platform, please share it. If you're watching, share it on Twitter, share it on Facebook, share it on Instagram, share it on Reddit. Share a link to this and then DM me. And anybody doing that will get a $150 gift card to Disruptor School for free. I don't care if it's 5 of you. I don't care if it's 100 of you. Let's have some fun. Let's have some fun. We're doing this for a good cause. We're trying to make the world a better place, and we're going to have a lot of fun doing it. Hey, Kyle, over on Instagram. It's great to see you. So anyway, great to have everybody here. We're going to get into the 7 golden rules of growth here in about 30 minutes, and we're going to do our giveaway in about an hour and a half. So stick around and make sure that you're just paying attention and engaging. Ask all of your comments. Ask all of your questions in the comments. And if you do a super chat, by the way, all super chats do get to skip the line. We're going to bring you right on up. And not just because, like, hey, look, I really appreciate all of that. And with that being said, like, let's get started on it, like, right away. Let's just dive back into some more stuff, you know. And by the way, let me know, a couple hours ago, we had an outage on some audio and some video stuff. And if we're having any bit of an issue on that today, just let me know. Because it's, any on that. Why do I keep saying that? Anyway, if we have an outage on that, just let me know. And yeah, so let's get back into this. I'm going to zoom way on in. Boom. All right. So this is from Danny Bowie. Okay. Danny Bowie says, I feel enlightened after watching what you said. By the way, this is on 4PI analysis video. And I'm going to go ahead and just drop the name of this video into the chat so that everybody can get it. And shoot, why not also drop the link for y'all too so you can get that as well. Boom. And let's drop it over here. Boom, boom, boom. Fantastic. So this is a link to the video that we did on 4PI analysis, which was to this day still one of the most popular videos that we've ever done. And so Danny Bowie 3435 says, hi, I'm kind of enlightened. Let's see. Let's get this bigger here so I'm not looking randomly off to the side. Hi, I am kind of enlightened after watching what you said. It is simple and helps me understand the context of the ad and the campaign instead of tracking the bullshit numbers. Ooh. Okay, can you share or show me how to create top of funnel, mid funnel, bottom funnel ads for CBO to distribute as desired? Because I am having problem now that the ads are built for top of funnel content. Oh, sorry, girl. Hold on a second. Oh, there you go, sweetheart. Remember, if you're on these live streams, you don't just 1, but 2 Charlies in here, and she'll make an appearance yet again. She's down over on the corner. Can you share or show me how to create top of funnel, mid funnel, bottom funnel content for CBO to distribute as desired? Because I'm having a problem now that all ads are built for top of funnel content, but the spend is not as much mid or bottom funnel. Creative style, the reviews and testimonials. I've watched a short video about the 3 types of creative I need in a CBO, which are vertical video, square image, and UGC and review. Absolutely. That was a phenomenal video, kind of went viral on TikTok and blew up on YouTube Shorts. So I'm glad that you saw it. I followed it, and my CBO is spending most on square images versus UGC review and not on prospecting video. So couple of things that I want to get down to here. First off, wow, 17 folks already in the first 5 minutes on this, which is, each one of these sessions kind of starts over. And so it's amazing to me just how many folks are just piling through everything. Anyway, that already said, let's keep it going. So can you share how to create top of funnel, mid funnel, bottom funnel ads? And so what we really want to understand here is, first off, your ads, whether you like it or not, are not being used in the way that you think they are by the platform. Facebook is showing ads even at broad, especially when you don't include exclusions, because there's almost no reason you should ever be excluding anybody. Why pay extra to make sure that good people can't see your ads? And this is also why we don't use lookalikes. Think of a 1% lookalike as a 99% exclusion. Why pay extra so that 99% of the people that want to buy from you can't, based off of a very small amount of data? You're like, well, I got 117 sales. I'm going to make a lookalike off of it. Yeah. Of an audience of, say, in America, 200 million, you're going to use a data set of 117 to exclude 99% of people. That's the dumbest thing ever when you say it out loud, right? When you say these things out loud, they make no sense at all. So what 4PI analysis allows you to do, when we look at the spend, the frequency, the CPM, and the efficiency of an ad, ultimately what that allows us to do is understand if that ad is a prospecting ad. And that means, okay, girl, hold on a second. You want to jump back into the live? All right, girl, she's back. There we go. All right. So what we can do is notice if the frequency is low, and by that I mean on a daily basis. We don't look at frequency out of anything other than breakdown by day, because other than breakdown by day is completely useless information. When we look at frequency by day, a top of funnel ad is going to be like a 1.0, maybe 1.1. By the time you get to 1.2, 1.3, what that means is 20 to 30% of the people are seeing your ad more than once today. Facebook is actively retargeting people. When that gets to a 1.5 or more, 1.3, 1.4, 1.5, you're now starting to get to the point where Facebook is actively showing your content. 30 to 50% of people are seeing that ad more than once in a day. They're being retargeted with that ad more than once per day. I don't care if it's a top of funnel ad. I don't care if you're excluding a whole bunch of people. They're still being retargeted. So what we have to understand here is that different types of content fit different parts of the funnel. And I'm glad that you saw the 3 types of ads that you need. And the point to that one, and it was to oversimplify, but ultimately try to deliver some value. Number one, we have the full screen vertical video. And why we use this as our top of funnel when you're starting out is, one, because these are things that probably also work as organic content. If you're ignoring your organic, you're ignoring building a business. If you don't have your organic game together, you should not blame your ads when your business fails. And that's basically a given. So get your organic together. Now, full screen vertical video works on YouTube Shorts. It works on TikTok. It works on Snapchat. It works on Instagram. They're all the same piece of content, right? So that's a great place to start. And that's also phenomenally useful for top of funnel efforts, because it's not able to be shown in as many places. And because it's a video, more people are going to want to engage with it. So it's a more engaging piece of content. So the estimated action rate on it is higher. So the CPM is lower. And because it can't be shown in as many places, the frequency is a little bit less. And let me get back to why we talk about square images as being really important. It's because square images can't be shown in as many places. You don't have square images being shown as reels. Sometimes you have them as stories, and people are like, oh, well, my square images and stories look terrible. Yeah, and they also represent like 2% of your overall budget. Like, don't worry about problems that don't actually exist, right? Like, think about when you're asking questions, is this really a problem? By the way, drop 7 in the comment section to join the giveaway for this session. We already got a couple people doing it. Super excited to have you there, and thank you so much. And by the way, if you're on Instagram, you can totally get in on the giveaway too. Why not? Drop a 7 in the comment section, and we will include you in this as well. So the reason that Square Images, there we go. The reason that Square Images are more mid-funnel or bottom funnel ads is really threefold. Number one, they can't be shown in as many places. And if they do get shown in those places, they're generally not very appealing and they don't give users a good end experience. It'd be like, you're like, oh, well, this looks terrible when I see it in the story. Yeah, which is why it doesn't reflect more than 1 or 2% of the ad spend, because Facebook's not trying to give people that experience. Because remember, Facebook's business model is the retention of attention for profit. They sell eyeballs. They sell attention. So if an ad looks bad, Facebook's not going to show that ad. They're going to charge people extra for you burdening their experience. Nobody's signing on to social media to see your ads. And then, so those ads tend to have a higher CPM and a higher frequency. And they get, by that, what we mean is they're shown to people more often. And those people, it is not as engaging a user experience as maybe the videos are, but there tend to be higher converting content. And we can see that because of the efficiency. Like all good retargeting, it's more efficient. The conversions happen for a lower price. Whatever our optimization event happens with less spend required towards that ad unit to make that action occur. And we also need to make sure that we include reviews and testimonials, these types of things that imply some version of trust and some version of relationship. And those are incredibly important things that we need to really keep in mind. So all that to be said, when you're trying to design ads, now in this specific question, Danny said, I saw your short video about the 3 types of content, and I followed it and made a CBO and is spending mostly on my Square image versus UGC and review and not on my prospecting video. Let me ask you a question, Danny. Do we have a problem? If your budget is being spent more on your Square images and less on your UGC and reviews, is your efficiency going up? Are you scaling efficiency? Are your dollars working harder? And what I mean by that ultimately is your blended CPA going down across all channels? Are you getting better at doing the job? And if the answer is yes, then you don't have a problem. Now, you also asked, how do we create the top of funnel, mid funnel, and bottom funnel ads? And ultimately, we have to understand the second part of why Square images work, besides inventory, it's that context matters. If you see a Square image from a brand that you've never heard of, for a product that you didn't know existed, for a problem that you don't have, you scroll right past it. However, if you're in market for something, right? And we've been using this example like of this toaster, of this coaster. If I'm looking for coasters and I've been shopping around, there's like this fun vintage looking coaster thing that's kind of like, I'm looking for it. Now, if you send me a video where I've got to watch through 15 seconds, 30 seconds, 5 minutes of something for you to tell me the offer, I'm going to click away. Unless your video is really engaging, in which case I might watch it even though I don't give a damn about buying, which is why top of funnel ads are also less efficient, because you're attracting the attention of people who don't care about spending your money. Their money on you, I mean. But if I'm in the market, I literally just need to see that it exists. And then I'll be like, oh, that's somebody else selling the product. And if I'm in market, I've probably already been to your website. I've been to your competitors' websites. And the reason that ad works, is because either I've been looking to buy from you, and then you showing me that ad reminds me to do it. And maybe I saw an ad on a Thursday night, but now it's Sunday afternoon and I'm ready to buy. Or I didn't know that you were an option. When I was running New Balance, we found that 2/3 of our ad budget, even at broad, was spent against people who had abandoned cart against one of our top 5 competitors in the last 7 days. And that means Nike, Reebok, Converse, Puma, Adidas, or Adidas, right? So the point of that is, why that really matters is because somebody may have already been in the market for red trainers. They knew what products they were looking for. They knew what materials they were looking for. They knew what color they were looking for. They knew the features and benefits that was ultimately going to be the reason that they wanted to buy. but they also had done some shopping and had not yet been interested. So Facebook says, wow, this user abandoned cart on several other people, but they haven't seen content from you around this thing. So you're somebody they haven't said no to yet, but we know they like all of the content that includes all of this stuff. Okay, because remember also Facebook knows the metadata of your landing page. It knows all the product details of the product, and it knows what's in your image and in your video. Like if you upload a video of kids riding a Huffy bike, drinking a Coca-Cola, and wearing like a Disruptor school hat, Facebook is going to know that it's a Huffy bike. They're going to be able to spot that it's a Coca-Cola. They're clocking the hat. They're going to know all of the elements that are in that ad. Okay, girl, you're going to go down here and you can play with your abominable snowman. This is like the greatest thing in the world right now. There you go. Okay. So enjoy. All right. So point of that is Facebook knows that you're in market for seeing something. So when you show somebody an image ad, they can make a decision in a millisecond subconsciously. They're not watching a video and be like, oh yeah, no, that's really interesting. Okay, well, the hook got me. Now let me look at the next bit of information. Oh, that overcame one of my objections. X, Y, and Z. Like people don't think like that. Marketers think like that because sniffing your own farts is good, especially when you're not actually good enough to actually make money for other people. You got to sound smart. But if you actually care about human psychology, you actually know anything you're talking about, then you know that these decisions are being made subconsciously in milliseconds, right? It's like dating. Like women know whether or not a guy's got a chance within 5 seconds, right? Like you scroll through your social media feed and decide whether or not you want to watch something, not because you watched the first 3 seconds or 5 seconds of the video. You've made a split decision immediately. Like Tinder is completely based on that. Most of your shopping is completely based on that. And so your static ad is literally just being like, everything you want is right here. If you're interested in it, click to it, and then your website makes the sale. Remember, no ad ever makes the sale. All they ever do is earn attention. Facebook ads do one thing. They earn attention. They earn the click. The reason for the ad is solely to get you to go to the website. The website is doing the selling, in addition to that individual user's entire customer journey that often lasts decades long, which is another reason why the concept of attribution is complete trash. There's no way to know that one ad made somebody do something because every single person has a completely unique customer journey with tens of thousands or millions of touch points that goes back over decades. The reason people bought those New Balance shoes had very little to do with the ad and millions of things and had so much more to do with the millions of experiences they had with shoes and sneakers and their impressions of the brand and all other businesses. Why were they looking at sneakers versus trainers versus tennis shoes versus basketball shoes versus boots versus Crocs versus sliders versus flip-flops? There's all these things that go into. It's not the ad that's making the sale. The ad is the thing that's earning the attention of somebody who wants to buy. And bottom funnel ads really need to focus in on that. So when you're looking at making mid or bottom funnel ads, focus on that. And that's one reason why features and benefits. That's one reason why us versus them static ads do so well, because psychologically somebody has analyzed all of that text and they're starting in the top left and they're going down to the bottom right. And they're looking at all of that and making a split decision on what they're going to do in such a small amount of time that it's not conscious. In that time of like, I stop the thumb and then I'm going to move again. That little bit of time that it takes your thumb to do this on your phone, this, boom, that amount of time, somebody's already made a decision about everything on the screen. And your post probably isn't even the only thing on the screen. So the last reason that we have to get into static ads and why I really want to get to when we're talking about building top of funnel, mid funnel, and bottom funnel ads is that also static ads allow you to differentiate your content in a way that allows you to have a follow-up to a conversation. And what I mean by that is the purpose of video is to set the table. The purpose of the video is to get somebody to know things. The purpose of the video is to get somebody to be emotionally attached to what's going on. They want to understand. But the static ad triggers on all of the emotion and all of the the validation and all of the thinking that has occurred after that start of the conversation. All right, girl, you dropped it outside your little playpen. There you go. So the point of this is that the conversation has started with everything, right? But like, think about dating, right? Like the date went great. And then you go back and you look at somebody's pictures. When you look at the pictures, you're thinking only about the emotional connection you had to that experience. You're thinking about the way that person smelled or what they said, or maybe, you know, you had some physical contact and what that thinks about. Or you're looking back at that pictures, if it was a bad date, and be like, man, what did that, like you're hitting on all the positives and all the positives and negatives. So the purpose of those ads, when those ads can hit on all those touch points, they're going to be shown to people more often. You're going to earn the spend because they have a higher estimated action rate because people are engaging with that content. Those ads are going to earn spend more than other ads will. And when ads earn spend, it's probably going to have a lower CPM and the frequency is probably going to go down. But ultimately, if it has a higher CPM, the frequency is going up. That should also translate to you being more efficient on your sales, because ultimately you are funnel hacking all of your competitors. Like I was talking about in the last session, if you're trying to build a drop shipping store, don't run the same 360 paid video that everybody else is doing. Use static images, get your own product shots, understand the product, and then you can just literally be the bottom funnel retargeting effort for everybody else that's already in the market. So how do you make all of these things? Think about all of this stuff. And honestly, if you go to disruptorschool.com, we have a masterclass from Sarah Levinger, who's one of the greatest in the game when it comes to consumer psychology. The masterclass is called Using Psychology to Convert. And like, I'm gonna just, whatever. We're gonna bring this up here. I'm just gonna go to Disruptor School. We're gonna shop the school. Where's this thing at? I don't even think we've officially launched it yet, but I know it's available. Like, because I've had a couple people buy it and they've been sneaking in. So let me just show you. I think I take that back. It definitely was launched already. Well, whatever. Here we go. Using Psychology to Convert. Okay, this is the Sarah Levinger Masterclass bundle. This right now, right there, that will fundamentally change your understanding of how to communicate with your customer, how to go in to see the consumer sentiment based on their reviews, their engagements. You're going to be able to understand what needs to go into those static images, what needs to go into those top of funnel ads. This thing right here, honestly, should be priced at 10 times the price. And it is massive. I cannot just, I mean, look, 18, 5-star, like I cannot talk about how great this thing is and give it any justice. If you're not following what Sarah Levinger is doing, I guarantee you, you're wasting your time. You're not making nearly as much money as you should. And I should have Sarah Levinger on this channel more often. She is a fucking gangster. Okay. All right. All that to be said, you also get access to those masterclasses if you join the Facebook Ads MBA program or you jump into Disruptor School Inner Circle. Right there, by the way, if you want to check out the Facebook Ads MBA program, disruptorschool.com/MBA ads. Check it out. And you can also go to Disruptor School, the site, and there's the MBA program. You click on that right there, and it'll bring you into whatever version of the split test the landing page looks like for you today. What do we have? Oh, we got the OG long form. Look at this. Just, yeah. Long form page, cool. And also, if you want to just enroll now into Disruptor School Inner Circle, boom, there you go. 7-day trial, by the way, for $100. Meaning, if you share this video and tag me in it and then send it to me, the gift card I'm going to give you is enough to get this for free, plus buy a hat and have money in your pocket. Like, what are you doing? Let's just go and have like a lot of fun and like make money together. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's have some fun. Okay. Anyway, let's get back to YouTube here. And by the way, if anybody in the chat, anybody live has any questions, we're going to be getting to those in the order in which they are received. So we're going to get to one more YouTube comment, and then we're going to start breaking down the 7 golden rules to grow, which is really what this is all about today. And I'm loving it in the chat here. We've got 4 people that have already jumped into this sessions giveaway. And also Dee Felder. Yeah, she knows what she's talking about. That's true. And Robert says, check out Edward Bernays if you want to dive even deeper into the psychology of the masses. Hell yeah, shout it more from the rooftops. All right, anyway, if you have questions, drop them in. And let's get to the next piece here. Okay. People are being kind. Ethan says, Charlie, you are the GOAT. I appreciate that. Hey, Charlie, she thinks you're the GOAT. That's good stuff. Yeah, she's smiling back at me. Random question, but I have been targeting new coaches for a year with my current pixel. I changed messaging about 4 months ago to try to appeal to coaches doing over 10K a month, but I'm still attracting a lot of newbies. Is it worth creating a new pixel? This is a great comment and is a bit of a random question when we're talking about the video of breaking news, Meta launches the Flex ads, which is also these breaking news videos. Y'all love it. And I've got two, I have a couple more planned to be coming out for you guys. So anyway, getting into this. Yes, girl, right? Okay, so all right, I'm gonna push you right there. Now you can play even more. Okay, there you go. And your puppy's out there somewhere. The lawn guys are gone. He's gonna come in here and play with you in a minute. Okay, so is it worth creating a new pixel if your desired audience has changed? And the answer to this one is a nuanced one. So let me give you the real answer that most people won't give you, because like that's what we do here. We do things a little bit differently, which is also why our results are a little bit different. And by that, I mean phenomenally better. Like we don't have the pronouns victim and butthurt. We're selling businesses and scaling brands, right? So that to be said, if you were to create a new pixel, you'd be setting your data up from day zero to be this new business. Now, there's an argument to be said that would be a cleaner way of running your data. And I love clean data. I highly support the idea of having really clean data and optimizing your business from there. But then we have to have the counterpoint. How big is the data set that we're trying to leave? If the data set that we're leaving is, say, 10,000 people that bought something else, well, we're leaving an extremely well-trained, well-oiled machine in favor of something new. And then we have to understand, if you're going after folks that are doing 10K a month, are they still in the same market? Is it still basically more or less the same kind of person? Is it still more or less basically the same kind of person? Or is it a functionally completely new kind of person? Because ultimately, if it is a completely new kind of person, then I'd be down to change the pixel. But if it is a more or less similar kind of person, you're just looking for a more affluent version of that person, I don't think changing the pixel is going to really do the job that you're looking for out of all of that. I think what's going to really help you, Ethan, get to the end result that you're looking for, instead of wiping the slate clean, girl, don't play with that. Okay. Instead of wiping the slate clean, I think what would be more effective for you is to look at your creative concepts. And this is something we talk about all the time. Creative does the targeting, right? And I've been saying this since 2018, and it's great to see a lot of other folks coming on board over the last like 2 or 3 years. And in general, like we talked about before, people were like, they don't know who I am. Then they think everything that I said was wrong because, some person that they've been learning from, smells their own farts instead of making money, and then has told them that I'm like a terrible person because all I'm doing is helping the person that they're learning from be less successful, because I'm helping the people that listen to them not need them anymore, which is a big liability. Why most people, like the folks that I don't need to mention here that run their cost cap scammer agencies, have me blocked and won't let me talk on their stages, and all sorts of other drama. We should tell some stories about some drama. Maybe we'll get into that in a little bit. But my point to all of that is the creative is doing the targeting. So if your creative is still attracting the attention of folks who are newbies, then changing your pixels not really going to improve that business problem. And what I really look for, I would begin to do a little bit of a test. Now, it's funny. I was just putting out some. People have been really liking. I don't know why, but they're liking these videos of me like making granola, and like I'm just dropping facts while making breakfast. But hey, fuck, I can make some. I can make a reel every day with CapCut in like 30 minutes while eating my breakfast, and I'll do that all the time. One of the things that I just dropped was on understanding the AOV of your purchases. Right? Everybody looks at CPA and says, well, these ads have a lower CPA than the other ads, or the ROAS on this ad is bigger than the other one. What I'm actually interested in, what is the margin between CPA and AOV? Now, for you in the coaching space, I'd be really interested in, do we have maybe multiple touch points? Is it like you buy a $7 thing and then that has an ascension path to a sales call, and then that sales call gets somebody on the ticket for a 10K program? Or am I just trying to make the sale happen? Whatever it is, if there's multiple touch points, even if I'm trying to make the sale happen, if there's, multiple things that we can track, if it's somebody got a freebie and then that freebie led to a sales call, and then those sales calls led to a sale, I can track each one of those things. And what I'd be really interested in is to know, of the folks that took the freebie, how many of them signed up for a sales call? You're going to be able to know by the creative itself which one is higher converting to getting on a sales call. And then if there's some sort of questionnaire to book that sales call, I'm going to know who you are when you fill out that questionnaire. For instance, if you go to MBA, if you go to the MBA ads website that's scrolling across the bottom of the screen right now, you're going to fill out a small little, let me know who you are and when you're ready to do this and the scope of your business right now and what your problems are. And based on the way you answer that, I'm going to have a really good idea of whether or not you're likely to convert, and also have a really good idea of what your pain points are going to be, so that when you get on a call with me or my buddy Sam, who's got the silkiest, smoothest, sexiest voice, Sam's a G, we know what you're looking for, so we can make sure that you're getting the right thing, even if that's not really what's best for you. It might be best for you to just jump into the Disruptor School Inner Circle, this thing, right? For like $100 for 7 days, see if it works for you. Then it's $1,000 a month, and then get you successful enough that the MBA program really makes sense. My point to this is, you can use creative to understand what type of attention that you're attracting, so that ultimately you can get better at attracting higher value attention. And so if all of your content is still attracting the attention of a lot of newbies, worry about fixing your content. That will reprogram the pixel. Because remember, a pixel doesn't actually know anything, right? Like a pixel is basically like a credit card. Your Amex doesn't know how you spend. It's literally just a transactional unit. But the machine does understand. And I like that you're looking at this with respect to data. And that's really important. But I don't think creating a new pixel is the problem. I think doing creative testing, especially in a one campaign, when we were referencing this in the last session here, right? Like I don't know if I can get this to show. Come on, here we go. Let's do this. Right, this is your ideal campaign architecture, right? The one, okay, that's not going to show. But if you want to get into that, by the way, check out the one campaign blueprint. As a matter of fact, we're running you should be checking this out. This is, if you want to get the answer to this, go to Disruptor School, scroll down for a second, and then you'll see this predictable profit scaling blueprint bundle. This is normally $1,000. I've gotten it down to $50 a month, and you can join for $7 a day. It's also known as the Begin to Win bundle. And if you want to get access to this, literally just go to my Instagram and drop the number 7 into the comment section on literally any post, and my ManyChat will blast that link out to you, so you can, for a $7 7-day trial, get access to the one campaign blueprint and the predictable profit scaling blueprint and the Disruptor School bundle plus a community. And then after that, it's $50 a month. And if you can't 10x your ROI on that in 30, 60, 90 days, then I don't know what else to tell you. But anyway, my point to all of that, Ethan, I wouldn't go around creating a new pixel yet. You don't know if data is your problem. And overwhelmingly so, either you have like 20 sales and you're like, well, 20 sales, really, I got to reprogram my pixel. In which case, like by the time you have 5 sales, that's 20% of the data set. And if you're making it work, it'll be way more than that really quickly. Or you're dealing with something where it's 10,000 bits of data, in which case I'm like, well, are we sure that we're going to really try to switch? Like, either you are so successful that switching your business model is something I would challenge, or you have not gotten enough data to worry about what the impact of that data is. So instead of saying it depends, there's literally all the answers for you, buddy. Okay. Now, what I'm going to get to right now, we talked about this at the top of this. Let's bring this up. So when we talked about this at the top of this session was that this is going to be all about the 7 golden rules to grow, right? So I really want to help you guys understand, guys and gals, understand really what's going on. And by the way, if you drop 7 in the comment section of this video, you'll be entered today's giveaway, which is this session's giveaway, which is a $100 gift card and a free Disruptor School hat delivered to you anywhere in the world. We've already had 2 winners today. No reason the third one couldn't be you. Okay. Hydration is essential. There we go. Whew. All right. So the 7 golden rules to grow. And by the way, what I'm going to go over here, you can grab for free if you go to disruptorschool.com, LM_7 golden rules. Okay. Like I should probably have that up on the site. So let's do this. Disruptorschool.com /LM7 golden rules. Okay. But instead of making you go through the whole thing, you can just, I'm going to go through what this will give you, right? This is clearly a lead magnet. It is lead magnet _7 golden rules, right? I'm not clever. I'm being honest with you, right? I'm not a Taylor. I'm not an Ashton. I'm not a Jordan. I'm not a Chase. I'm not any one of these other folks, right? I'm a man of integrity, just being straightforward with you. But then there's a whole bunch of stuff, right? This is a funnel, right? I want the guide, right? So let me actually just show you the guide and we're going to go through it step by step right now. All right. So we're going to present, boom. And by the way, if you continue, if you have questions, drop them in the chat and we are going to get to them. And actually, I love this. We got, we do have a question and I want to bring that up here. And we're going to do that here in just a second. Boom, boom. Love it. Okay. There's that. We're going to dive into all that in a second. So this comes from Robert. Oh, nope. Sorry, Robert. This comes from Michael. Michael says, are you going to update the One Campaign Blueprint course since Facebook has Flex ads now? And the answer, Michael, is the functionality of the One Campaign Blueprint really hasn't changed. The use of dynamic creatives is now been replaced by the use of flexible ads when that's in your ad account. However, Michael, I'm assuming that you're probably in the One Campaign Blueprint community. And if you go to the One Campaign Blueprint community, I dropped a link in there for you all to get into the updated version of everything. Basically, what you're asking for is $7. And then it's like $50 a month if you want to stick around. But Michael, you got $7 for 7 days to get all the updates that you're looking for. And with the context of have things changed? Yes, they have. But also the One Campaign Blueprint course is one of 4 pieces of what you get in the Begin to Win bundle, which, by the way, you can see it inside the One Campaign Blueprint community, or you can go to my Instagram account and drop 7. And I'll DM you the link there, Michael. But I appreciate that you're asking me if I'm going to update education when the tools change. And the answer is yes. And I dropped the link for you. And also, I want you to know that it's not fundamentally different, but there are some nuances. But the update to the course that you really want, which is the how do if you already know the One Campaign Blueprint, which is how to build a campaign that is hyper stable, super scalable, and really easy to understand, great. But now we can focus on how to build hero offers, how to track PSM. Let me give you the worksheets on that, plus automated rules and a bunch of other things, plus the whole kit and caboodle. Basically, what you got is the pamphlet and the line to the amusement park that you're now going to have. Okay. Like you basically got the little booklet, and I'm going to give you the whole fucking thing. Okay. So check that out and tell your friends. All right, cool. So remember to drop 7 in the chat if you want to enter today's giveaway of $100 gift card and one of these hats sent to you anywhere in the world. Okay, girl. Okay. We're going to get you. Come here. Whee! Okay, there we go. Now we got Charley. Remember, if you super chat, you get 2 Charlies. Okay. And we've seen that over the last couple of hours. If you super chat, you do get 2 Charlies on to answer your call. I think we had a couple of $20 super chats, and look, we're going to need 2 Charlies on it, right? So anyway, Charley 4, Charley 5. There we go. Right, girl? Mwah! Okay, let's help some people out. Here we go. Boom. So we're going to get through 2 of these golden rules and then get 2 more of your questions. All right. So scrolling down, actually, I think I can probably, how do I make myself boom? Is that better? That doesn't make it any better. What if we do this? Ooh, that's even better. Okay, there's some stuff here. There's some stuff here. Cool. Let's just get to the juice. All right, rule number 1, keep it actionable. Keep it simple for actionable insights. Okay, this really matters. And this is something that a ton of people get wrong. The golden rule here is the more complex something is, the less your ability is to understand what's working and why it's working, and what's broken and why it's broken. Let me ask you this. Follow me through on this logic here for a second. If you have a machine with 3 parts and one of those parts breaks, you're going to know what's broken. If you have a machine of 200 parts and something breaks, it might take you a week to find the problem. Now, if that problem is $1,000 a day or $100,000 a day, wouldn't you like to be able to answer that and solve that problem as soon as possible? The more moving parts your account has, the harder it is to understand why something is good or bad. And where this really matters, especially when it comes to things like creative testing, people are talking about, well, just keep testing a million ads all the time. And my question to them is, do you know which of these ads is actually making your bank account bigger? And they're going to say, well, this ad's got a ROAS of X and this ad's got a CPA of Y. And my response to that is, yeah, but that doesn't mean anything. I'm asking you which one provides incremental lift, which one builds your business, which one is ultimately good for you. And then you're going to come back with something built around attribution. And then we're going to have the whole conversation around why attribution is complete fucking bullshit. And then you'll be like, okay, Charley, well, what am I supposed to do? Simple. Make it simple enough that you know, hey, my account structure, I'm following the 1 campaign blueprint. And when I looked at the 1 campaign blueprint, and I've got my 1 winners ad set, and then alongside of that, I got a couple DCTs or ad sets with a single flexible ad in them. You're going to be able to say, hey, this ad set got a bunch of spend and my business got better. Awesome. That ad set is good for you or bad for you. Do you care if the ROAS on that ad set is good or bad? No. Do you care if the CPA on that is good or bad? No. Matter of fact, if the CPA on it is really good, odds are your business doesn't improve. Why? Because your sales aren't necessarily incremental. And especially if you're running more than 1 channel and you get some ads with some super high frequency and CPMs, you have those retargeting ads you were talking about. Well, retargeting ads tend to have much greater attribution overlap with email and with search. So you can make Facebook look really good by trying to take the credit of everybody on the email team and everybody on the search team or the Amazon team. Maybe not Amazon because the attribution. The point of it is, if that ad spending more makes your business better, it's a good ad. If that ad spending more makes your business worse, it's a bad ad. If you can't tell, your account is too complex. And when something goes wrong, a lot of the folks that refuse to accept
the brilliant basics of being able to have accountability for every member of the team, which, to be fair, like, why would you not want to be able to know if you're spending money on something, whether or not it's good for you? If you think of every ad as an employee, why would you not want to know if any employee is bad? Why would you not want to know if any employee is good? If you're just saying like, well, if an employee is not a star, I'm going to fire him. I'm just going to hire 100 new employees every week. And then you look back a year later and like, wow, we grew by 20%. What happens if we did nothing? We would have grown by 20%. So what you're telling me is all the time and effort we put into Facebook is a complete waste of our time. Yes, but hey, look, it's now been 7-8 years and my whatever like laundry company is now up to 11 million. Isn't the guy that runs this scammer ad agency smart? No. Like you could have been there like so much faster if you actually kept things simple enough to have any idea what was going on. Sorry, Taylor, just taking shots at you. But somebody that brags about 30% growth to somebody that is regularly doing 3 to 5x growth in the same amount of time, you just you know, bide your manners and understand like who you're talking to. And what I mean by that is like when I joined 310 Nutrition, we were at 15 million. 20 months later, we had a check from Deloitte for 98. Under Outfit joined the Facebook Ads MBA program. I'll drop the link here again. Under Outfit joined the Facebook Ads MBA program, doing 50K a month. Within a year and a half, we're doing $1 million a month. In May, we did 7 million. We did $1 million a week. In May, we did 7 million that month alone. And it's not because we had an incredibly complicated thing where we were focused on the ego of the person running the Facebook ads. No, we had something simple enough that we knew what helped the bottom line and what didn't. Keep it simple for actionable insights. If the insight you have is not actionable, if it doesn't help you make a decision of value, then it is useless. Point number 2, know where your ads live in the funnel. This is a golden rule. Now, we've talked about this a lot, especially with respect to the 4PI ads. When you're doing a 4PI analysis, your ads function like an investment portfolio because they are, right? You have some things that are growth and all this other stuff. But the point is, all of your ads work together. People talk about, well, how do you know about audience overlap? Assume 100% audience overlap. Audience overlap is a completely useless thing to look at. One of the great like measurements du jour amongst all the like just wannabes out there a couple of years ago was first time impression rate. Who cares? Who cares? I want a low first time impression rate. I don't want to worry about reaching a whole bunch of new people. If I already have ads that make sales, why am I looking for new types of people? Let me put it to you this way. If you have 100 ads that all make 100 sales, you get 10,000 sales. If I get 10 ads that all make sales, that all make 1,000 sales a piece, I also get 10,000 sales. Now, what if I want to get an extra 1,000 sales by getting those customers to buy a second time? You have to get 10% of those people to buy a second time. You have to be right so much more often than I do. I have to be right once. I need to find one type of person, because remember, all ads are attracting different types of attention. I have to get one of those types of people to buy. That's it. I have to be right once. You have to be right dozens of times. You're making it harder on yourself. Know where your ads fit. And I see this happen all the time too, where people are like, well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my winning ad and then I'm going to duplicate it over and over again. Okay, well, what if that winning ad is a prospecting ad? And you're like, wow, as soon as I like ramp up my budget, this thing falls apart. Yeah, because your prospecting ad is attracting way too much attention. The only reason it works is because of everything that happens after the click, artificially suppressing the CPA. Or you've got ads that crush. And you constantly are replicating mid or bottom funnel ads. You're like, man, this thing won't scale. Yeah, because it's a middle funnel ad. That only works as like the 18th touch point. And if you only focus on the 18th touch point, but you don't actually get any new people into the funnel, you're never going to be able to scale your business. You're the problem. Understand where your ads live in the funnel. Understand that the performance of your investment portfolio is influenced by the way that Facebook's algorithm put those ads into people's feeds. Understand where each ad sits in the funnel, and that the blended result of them is what you actually care about. Like I see so many times people like, well, they just turn off all the bad ads and their account goes to shit. And I keep telling people, I made a whole video on YouTube a while ago that was like, why your bad ad is good, right? And it's because that quote unquote bad ad was the one earning a ton of spend and filling up the funnel, and the reason that your Amazon PPC folks were crushing, and the reason you were getting 10 times as many emails, because it was filling the funnel. It was amplifying your existing business. And when you focus on a whole bunch of ASC and cost caps and all sorts of other like scammer agency led stuff, which nobody that's actually growing a business actually values. Like, also, remember this, the big talking heads that you see, like doing and this is just a shot, and it's not by all means all people, but like the ex-athlete, gym rat, like monochrome, sweatshirt, hoodie wearing person that's now all of a sudden discovered golf publicly and takes ice baths 17 times a day before breakfast and runs a mile before they take a shit. That person doesn't give a damn about your business. And their business is very often built on convincing you that they know what they're talking about. And if they have a service industry, maybe they run an ad agency, that ad agency's entire business model is predicated on this. Trick somebody into joining, get them to sign a contract that's maybe $10, $20, $30, $40, $50,000 a month. Put language in the contract that if they ever want to cancel, we'll sue them. Because oh, by the way, they will sue you. And then run nothing but cost caps and stuff to pillage their entire funnel. And when their business fails, we'll blame them. Because it's not our fault. And you see those people say, well, we're just only working on 8-figure businesses now. Yeah, because you're not growing the funnel. All you can do is destroy the upside of somebody's business, and eventually they caught on. And so now they're running like 7-figure brand accelerator things. Like, yeah, because you're not good enough to actually be good enough for your business model to work, which is one agency in particular, why I went from like 120 employees down to dozens, and why you really should have taken that check 40 years ago, and you're kicking yourself in the foot right now because you're worth pennies on the dollar of what you thought you were. And maybe your ego won't let you know, but ghosting me in the DMs after asking me for help all the time ain't going to help you. I know. Yeah. But hey, we got to tell the people. Nobody else is being honest with them, so we're going to do it. And to be fair, I was further in the game the day they started than they are in the game now. And that's not a flex. I was just some idiot in the right place at the right time over 12 years ago with $1 million Facebook budget. $1 million a day, because I was a supervisor at Omnicom running things like Nissan and CBS. And, I launched like the first lead gen ads, and I was behind the development of CBO, and I launched the first DPA ads back when there was no feed and we had to pay an Australian agency $50,000 to take every SKU and every variant in the Macy's catalog and put it into an Excel spreadsheet so that we can run some DPA ads. Yeah. And now all those folks run my old playbook from like 2019, which if you go back to the very beginning of the YouTube, in the very first videos, you'll see videos that I posted from my free Facebook group. Yeah. That's now Facebook groups, Disruptor School. You can go join for free. The old school videos where I was literally breaking through the cost cap CBO strategy that is now, okay. That is now the entire business model. But oh, by the way, I was talking about how it should be no more than 10, 15% of the spend. And they run it as 100% of your spend. And also, if you wise up and realize their liabilities to your bottom line, they'll just sue you because integrity, not part of their business model. All right, anyway, you got to know these things. Solving this is infinitely more important than like what audience you're targeting and like all of this other nonsense. Like, actually understanding what you're spending your money on, the impact it has, and how your investment portfolio is used in the marketplace. Like, if you don't know how your money is being used by the place that you invest it for a return, when things don't work out, understand it's because you don't know what you're doing. And you deserve better than that. And that's why we're here today. All right? That's what we're doing here today. Okay, let's get to some other questions. Kareem says, I'd rather join your mentorship than have the $100. Honestly, Kareem, I think I dropped it before, but there are opportunities for you to get into that. And remember that the Inner Circle 7-day trial is only $100. After that, it's $1,000 a month. I'm not trying to hoodwink you. I'm being completely honest with you from day one, because that's what I have. I have integrity, which makes me different than basically 98% of the other folks out here that are just button mashing chuckle fuck salesmen with no legitimate platform skills. I'll be honest. Why not? Why not have integrity, right? In a world full of used car salesmen, you can just be somebody with integrity, and you can, provide for your family and buy a couple houses. That's what I love. They're flexing on cars, and I'm buying houses and creating tens of thousands of jobs around the world while they're firing people from their team and saying that they have any fucking clue what they're talking about. Anyway, Robert asks, is it worth hiring you if I can't hold on to stock long enough to meet manufacturing time? This is my biggest problem at the moment. I sell out of my stock in 1 month, but it's 3 months to produce more. Robert, that's a great question. And I'll be honest. If you're going to hire me, by the way, I do have a brand accelerator program. If anybody wants to join that, it's basically like an ad agency, but we also build out your entire business. Yes, we take care of the Facebook paid media, but we also work on your offer construction. We work on your CRO. We work on your community. We work on the growth hacking. We work on your organic. We do all the things to make you successful. And the only reason I have an available spot is because one of our great brands is graduating. Like, they just don't need us for Q4, right? Like, we've increased their LTV by like 20%. We've increased their AOV by 30%. We've increased their second purchase rate by like 30%. We help them offer construct their way into like selling a whole bunch of things that ultimately are much better for their cash flow and their bottom line. And we reorganize their Facebook ad account so that they don't need us. And honestly, we were spending less than 45 minutes a week managing what was an Etsy store into something that now makes $1 million a month. They just don't need us anymore. But we're not cheap. We're in the $10,000 to $15,000 a month range. Now, what I also have is an MBA partnership program where you can hire one of the MBA grads. That's great for you. And that is $5,000 a month. And after 90 days, it goes up by $500. And every 90 days, it goes up by $500. Because let's be honest, my job or their job over 90 days is to prove that $15 more a day is a drop in the bucket to the value that they brought to your bottom line. I want you to be stoked. Oh, hey, price is going up. Can you afford $15 tomorrow? And you're like, yeah, I can afford $15 tomorrow. What are you talking about? Like, great, cool, done. Integrity. You know what I'm saying? That's what we're talking about. So, first off, if that cash flow situation works for you, Robert, yes, I do think so. And we need to work on, for what it's worth, death, taxes, and inventory are the three things that will follow any e-commerce business. But you also have a great problem. You sell out of your stock in 1 month, but it takes 3 to produce more. And I really encourage you to not buy 3 months worth of stock, because as soon as you do, that thing will stop selling. So, Robert, we got to work on some vertical integration, buddy. We got to get you to start selling complementary goods. If you, for instance, are selling this Roku remote, can you also sell people cables? Can you also sell people other versions of remotes, right? This one's for like an iPhone, like Bluetooth. I don't even know. I don't even know what that thing's for. It's in my desk. What about this? What's in this thing? Oh, this is the little thingy that like goes in the bottom of an iPhone and gives you a headphone jack. If you're selling Roku remotes and cables, can you sell that too? My point here is, if inventory is always going to be a problem, how do you round out your SKU count so that you can have cycles of your inventory so that you don't run out of things to sell? Robert, we got to get you. You have a business model problem. And to be fair, one trick pony shit is working for you, but we can get you a stable. All right. Now, that is where I think it's of most value for you. And to be fair, this is a great, this is why somebody would benefit tremendously, for instance, from joining, honestly, this is a great reason to join the inner circle, because we can like legitimately dive into your business, not just your ad account, but dive into all of the things that you need to start making stuff work for the rest of your business. Now, if I see you said, do you have a link to the 5,000 a month MBA? DM me. All of these are relationship based. I do not have a buy now link because I want to chat with you and make sure that I understand exactly what your problem is so I can put you with the perfect person. And also, Mike is asking me if you got a link to the Brand Accelerator program. Mike, I don't. DM me. This is also relationship. I don't take everybody. There is no buy now link. And maybe I should probably put some stuff together. But I haven't, basically, because it's been 100% inbound with a wait list. That's just the way things are. But I'd love to work with you. Especially since everything that you've been saying here, like I've been implementing your strategies for the last couple of months and I'm loving the results, completely changed the way I look at your business. We joined the MBA in Q4. Mike, it's like you're prime for the Brand Accelerator program. Please DM me on literally any socials and we'll get you all taken care of. All right. It's at CT the Disruptor on Instagram, on Twitter. You can email me, Charley or info at Disruptor School, right? Like either one. Info at will go to me and Yadi, my customer service woman. But we'll get it. If you message me, if you take the effort of reaching out to me, I will take the effort of responding back to you. All right. Now, it might not be immediate because we're on camera here for a while, right? And I got a little baby girl, but I promise you, Mike, within 24 hours of you reaching out to me, I'll be setting up a time to have a conversation with you. And if it's the right move, we're going to get you good. And to be fair, right now is a perfect time to jump in. So like, I would love to make it happen. Robert also DM'd. So thank you, Robert. And let me know, everybody, if these are the types of things you're looking into. When like I'm stoked to help. Like I just want to help. Mike is on it. I love it. Okay, cool. Thank you so much, people. I love this. Okay, let's get to some more questions. Okay, Hot Sizzle. Hi, girl. Somebody just found the delight of chewing on her toes. So massive fun here in the Charley 4 and 5 situation, because I also enjoy watching her do it. My wife does not think that I could ever do it because my hamstrings are that tight and she's a Pilates business owner, but I do remember chewing on my toes. There we go. All right, Hot Sizzle. What about for a fashion business where they frequently change product or are seasonal with different personas? What exact structure do you do? I love it. It's like, what exactly do you do? Like, don't give me a roundabout answer. Don't give me an it depends. Literally tell me the exact thing. All right, Hot Sizzle. I'll tell you the exact thing that I do for one of the past Disruptor Accelerator program brands, who, by the way, got a deal on Shark Tank and is doing phenomenal stuff. I think they're probably 2 to 3 million a month now. Happy days. So let's break it down for you. All right. Now, you're a fashion business. You're constantly changing and you're seasonal with different personas. Totally got it. Let me ask you this. How heavily are you leaning into catalogs? Here's the structure, Hot Sizzle. I got it for you. 1, you're going to have a catalog that's all available products. That part is easy. 2, you're going to start using custom labels in your catalogs. And by the way, I have a full ass playlist on YouTube. Let's just pull this up here real quick. I have a full ass playlist on YouTube just for all the DPA folks that want to know. Here we go. DPA catalogs, everything you need to know. I'm zoomed in way too much for y'all to be able to read this. We're going to drop this. Boom. We're going to drop this. Boom. Let me go ahead and get the link. And yeah, there's a thing in here for you to, we're talking, we're at the Marpipe office. And to be fair, if you are in the space where you're spending $2,000 a day on DPA ads, you should probably spring for Marpipe and tell them I sent you. Please never pay full price. If you know me, you never have to pay full price for like literally any of these SaaS companies. They're all my homies. I will make sure you never pay full price, especially if you work with me. That's one of the benefits of the Disruptor agency and the MBA program and all that stuff. You get white glove treatment from my buddies because they're like, oh my God, I don't have to have a sales call. You're just going to give me money? Like, yeah, hook them up. And I get an affiliate kickback, of course. And they give you below full price. That's the way it works. I'm getting somebody smashing the M in the chat. I don't know what that means, but cool. All right. So how about for a fashion business? Here we go. All right. You're going to run a catalog to all of your products, and that's going to be full broad. You're not using any exclusions because we're not paying extra to make sure that the good people don't see our content. You're also going to use custom labels to define products by their season and by their category. And what I mean by that is, if you're dropping products because of season, have a custom label. Say custom label 1 equals new product, fresh in the season. Like you just did a drop. Custom label 2, true, false, yes, no. Stuff going out of stock, out of season. Right? So you probably would make custom label 2 equals true for all your summer stuff. You probably would hit that as like going out of season soon because you're trying to get all the summer stuff off the shelf so that you can, make room for and get cash flow for and fund and get all the supply line set up for your fall stuff, right? And then maybe custom label 3 and 4, because you get 5 of them, by the way. Custom label 3 and 4 might be men and women. It might be tops and bottoms. It might be, intimates and outerwear, whatever it happens to be. And now comes the fun part. You can run those as a custom catalog where what designates something being eligible for that catalog is not you going through all the SKUs. Please stop manually building catalogs. Oh, say catalog is custom label 2 equals true. Custom label 2 equals true is the catalog. Well, now that means dynamically, anytime you mark something as season is running out, it is now eligible for that catalog, which means you don't ever have to change the catalog. Because fun fact, when you make a catalog, when you make a custom set, you can't change it, but you can assign it to one of those custom labels, and then you can change your product feed and make things eligible or ineligible for that product set. That's how you're supposed to use catalogs, because the product sets are dynamic for dynamic product ads. It's in the name. But nobody's telling you this stuff because they don't give a shit about you. Meanwhile, I've dropped a couple $100 million on some DPA ads, help Facebook design them. This is what the engineering department intended for it to do. So now you can run those against your retention. You can run those as customer acquisition. You can run those for different business objectives. You might find a new product drop tremendous for customer acquisition. In fact, I'm going to exclude everybody that's ever bought before. When you're Charley, like, wait, you said never to do that. No, we're running the entire catalog for everybody. But this specifically, we're going to go after new product drops just for new people. Because we know the other folks are going to see it in our normal everyday catalog and in their Instagram feeds and in the organic and in the email and all of that fun stuff. And maybe this stuff that's going out of season, we just smash everybody that's already bought. Or maybe that's the best customer acquisition device. The point is, set it up like that. And then automate the budgets. Run it as again, things that people say that I never say because they don't listen to the context. Run that as an ABO campaign. Yeah. With your budgets per ad set, automated with performance gate scaling rules based on the allowable CPA. Oh, somebody just fell asleep. Nice. Based on the allowable CPAs. And maybe you're getting your shit together and you're starting to track new customers inside of your Facebook dashboard with custom columns. And you know this, some are really great on CAC. And some are really great on, not new customers. What are your business problems? Set an allowable CPA for each one. Automate your budgets for where your money's best spent. Right? We were just talking about that. And the fundamentals, right? The 7 golden rules for growth. Know those numbers. And you're going to be in a great place. All right? So hot sizzle. That's how you do it. That's how the best in the world do it. And none of them are telling you because they're not in the business of telling people how they do business. They're in the business of running businesses. There was a period of time back in the original Facebook Disruptor group when it was 100 people. And it was the top 100 marketers in the world. Half of them were my students already at that point in time. And we were all working on something. This is called Build to Break back in 2018. And this is where the Power 5 came out of. And those folks there were doing this exact thing. Facebook hasn't made any fundamental changes in the last 5 years. What you should be doing in your business hasn't either. Shit, 6 years. Yeah, there we go. All right. From what does the ideal candidate look like for inner circle access? Honestly, I think if you're in the spot where you are, let's say, $200 to $2,000 a day in spend, if the $1,000 a month is less than what you would spend in a week, then after 3 months, after 2-3 months of being in the inner circle, like the lift in revenue you would get would 100% pay for all of the inner circle access that you paid up to for that point, and probably for the next year. And at that point, that's where inner circle folks begin to toy around with joining the Facebook Ads MBA program. And that's an ascension path that is very common. And by the way, what you get in the inner circle, and then we're going to go back to our 7 golden rules. What you get in the inner circle, just for people to know, there's a private community with a whole bunch of stuff. So there's lessons in there every single day. There's lectures in there every single day. Like every single day, you're getting smarter and better with people to look to. There's also weekly calls. And that's great because we'll dive into your, like, if you want to be on that call and you got some questions today, open up your ad account. Let's dive into it. And it's like having one-on-one consultation, but instead of having to pay me the astronomical number for my time, you're getting a one-to-many. So you get to see the one-on-ones of other people and you get to share your own stuff. We're open kimono here. And to be fair, there's plenty of money for everybody in the world. Nothing you're doing is so incredibly special and important that nobody else can see it. And being able to see the problems and the questions and understand the pain points that other people are having is so valuable to you that it makes no sense to not want to share and also benefit from seeing other people share. No. You also have access to the Disruptor School classroom, which is all of those sessions that we talked about going back years in a searchable archive and database, and every masterclass and SOP that you see on the Disruptor School website. Like if you go to Shop the School right now, right? Where are we at here? Is it this one? Is that what we're sharing? Yeah, okay. If you go to Shop the School right now, everything you see here, you get 100% access to. So for $100 for your first 7 days, and then $1,000 a month, you get unlimited access to all of this stuff. which, I mean, is a stupid no-brainer value-wise. But also it's going to take you more than a week to probably get through all the things, right? So anyway, that's what an ideal candidate looks like. So that being said, I said we're going to get through the 7 golden rules in this session. So let's get back to it. And I see more of the questions. And by the way, here we go. Here's the banner. Drop a 7 in the comment section if you want to get in today's giveaway of a $100 gift card plus this hat to you anywhere in the world on me. All right. So drop a 7 in the chat so that you don't miss out on that. And again, if you're watching this, share this to any social, share this feed of this video to any social media, and then send it to me. I'll give you a $150 gift card to Disruptor School. Simple. You help me, I help you. Easy peasy. Why not? Right? Okay, cool. And yeah, you can use that on the inner circle. Okay, so let's get back to sharing some screens here. Let's stop sharing that. We're going to go hit share. We're going to go back to the 7 golden rules guide. Nope, not that one. That one? Nope. Where is it? There we go. All right, let's bang through a couple more of these. All right. Rule number 3, evaluate business efficiency over ROAS. Okay. Now, why this is really important, remember, profit volume is more important than profit margin. When you're looking at contribution margin, you're not looking at actual money. When you're looking at things like ROAS, you're not looking at actual money. We want to understand what's actually happening. And remember that your Facebook ads amplify your existing business model by increasing the volume of opportunity. It's the volume knob on your business. Facebook ads, like all ads, none of them make the sale. What makes the sale is the product page. What makes the sale is the customer experience. What makes the sale is everything that happened in somebody's life before they saw your ad, and then what happens after they click on it. Your ad is but a pebble on the side of a mountain of somebody's journey to making the sale. It's a drop in the ocean of that decision. So instead of focusing on stupid things like return on ad spend, which is also a nonsense, inaccurate number divided by a number that is not the reason that it happened, right? That all is complete nonsense. And if somebody wants to super chat and I mean dive down that rabbit hole, go for it, and I will. Otherwise, I'm not going to waste anybody else's time. But I will gladly do it. If somebody really wants to know, I won't hold that back from you. I've gone on plenty of diatribes even today with it, so I don't necessarily need to waste anybody's time. But the point is, assess the efficiency of your business. How much of your profit are you willing to invest in growth? We had a chat a couple of hours ago with somebody, and they were like, "Man, I'm spending like $2,000 and I made $9,000. I feel comfortable spending more money." Great. Remember, what a business is acquisition of attention. Then you monetize that. That's not the win. The win is when you turn that into future cash flow. And then what we do is we invest a piece of this future cash flow into the growth of the flywheel of your business. Now, if you ask a business operator how they make money, you might get a million answers. But when you tell that to an investment banker, they're gonna be like, yeah, so what's your point? Like, of course, everybody knows that. And the unfortunate truth is, sadly, almost no business owners that I've run into lately understand that, because and it's not your fault, but Shopify made it so easy for anybody to set up a store, and Facebook ads make it so easy for anybody to make money, that having business fundamentals is something that I see so many people fighting against. Like in these arguments with Taylor and with Andrew and with Chase and Jordan and all these people that just don't care about you. They're snake oil salesmen trying to destroy your dreams and take your money. I get into arguments all the time, and Taylor's the only one that was honest and says, well, business operators should know how to make money. If hiring me is bad for your business, you shouldn't hire me. And I'm like, motherfucker, your sales pitch is, we're going to help your business. And then you don't do anything but harm them. It's the volume of hubris is astonishing. Anyway, my point is, we had this chat a couple hours ago, and it was, I'm spending $2,000 a week on ads. and I'm making $9,000. My question to that person was, okay, could you spend 2% more? And if the answer is yes, then do it. Can you spend 5% more? The answer is yes, then do it. Could you spend 5% more 3 times a week? And if the answer is yes, do it. If the answer is yes to that, every single month you will double your budget. Hear me again. If you add 5% Monday, Wednesday, Friday for a month, you will double your budget. And if you do that for a year, you will spend 37 times more a day than you currently are. And it'll happen every day. We're not talking about doubling, tripling, quadrupling your budgets. We're not saying put cost caps to $10,000 and oops, there was an error today and it just spent in full. No. There wasn't an error. The cheat code just didn't work. But those assholes that are telling you to destroy your business for profit because they're pointing at the success of brands that didn't need them as the only reason you should respect them and believe them and have like faith in their efforts. They're not giving you this simple solution on like automated rules of just like turning the ads off when something happens, which I also, by the way, have given you guys here for free. And I've heckled them on stage doing, which is why also, they won't let me be on stages anymore. Because I'm bad for business if your business is being bad for other people's business. But the point is, understand how your business makes profit. And then use your Facebook ads to amplify what that looks like. I had a skincare business. Sorry, let me rephrase that. The Disruptor agency, our brand accelerator program, starting last year, had a skincare business that joined, and they were with us for about, I want to say 6 or 7 months before we just, they graduate. If we're not going to be a value anymore, like move on. You don't need us. Awesome. That's a win. Like I want you to not need me, right? Because that means I can go help somebody else. They were like an Amazon first business. And so we asked them, how do you, they said, well, our Facebook CPA is like 175. If I could get it down to the 20 or that my Amazon is, I'd be spending all my money there. I was like, okay. What is your average cost per purchase in your business, including Amazon and Google? And he said, it's about $12. I was like, all right. How much can you afford? He said, well, 40. So I said, listen, what you're telling me is your blended CPA could be 3 times higher and you would still be 10% more efficient than you needed to be? It's like, yeah. So we doubled the budget every month for 3 months in a row. And his blended CPA went from 12 to 20. We did it again. And his blended CPA went to 30. Now, listen, we doubled his budget every month in an organized, responsible fashion for 6 months in a row. What happened was he got more sales on Amazon. He got more emails. He got more sales on Google. And because we were able to understand what ads created incremental lift to his marketing channels were super profitable, we were able to attract the right type of attention for somebody to buy and then buy again. That's what you should be focused on. Now, he had been burned by the cost cap maxi bros, the monochrome hoodie wearing, golfing like ice bath 17 times and run a mile before breakfast douches, because they were all focused on day one profitability and we were focused on actually building a business. Understand where you get your money and then use Facebook to amplify the success of that. Honestly, Facebook is your least effective marketing, your least efficient marketing channel and your greatest source of incremental lift outside of organic. Why that matters, why that is massively important, is because you shouldn't define your Facebook success by the Facebook CPA. You should be understanding what happens in your entire business. And oftentimes when I'm in a business, I say, I want to make your Facebook look as bad as possible. And people look at me like I'm crazy. Like, we just brought in the Facebook guy and he's saying he wants to make them terrible. Yeah. If I can make your Facebook ads look twice as bad, And as a result, your volume of profit doubles. Are you happy? Yeah. Okay. And I've had feedback from folks like, well, I'm seeing my ads too often. Like, okay, cool. Do you want me to turn off, make the money machine? Do you want to be happy or you want to be right? And eventually they learn how to be right and happy by listening to business fundamentals. Let's get this. Document your automated rules. This one is simple. If you are using automated rules, which if you're running Facebook ads, you should be, 100% of you should be running automated rules. And if you're not, that means that you have not established business principles sound enough to make sure that that decision should occur 100% of the time. Or if you have, you are relying on yourself to do it on time, every time, without error. And that's wasting your time and money. And ultimately, that's probably really bad for you because that's critical thinking, manpower. That's human resources that should be going to something more valuable than smashing buttons on Facebook when you completely automate it. But the point is, like all business rules, they should be written down. And I can't tell you how many times I see businesses that have like 15 automated rules that are going. And I say, okay, I'll give them a scenario. I'm a customer that's doing this X, Y, and Z. Where am I in your funnel? They probably don't know. And then I'll say, okay, well, this campaign is going up. This campaign is going down. I'm getting a blended CPA of this over the last 7 days, but today was really bad. What happens? They don't know. And then I say, okay, well, do your homework. Let me know. It takes them days. It takes them days to understand how the factory works, when their factory is quite literally a money printing device. And if you don't know how your money printing device functions, maybe the reason you're not making money is because you're being irresponsible as the operator. So let's fix these problems because they're choices. They're choices on whether or not you want to fix them. So write it down and scale it up. All right, let's get to one more, and then we're going to go back to some of the questions that we have here. All right. This one is big. Master your unit economics. I know a lot of folks that are like, I hate numbers. I hate Excel. I can't do all that stuff. I'm just good at what I do, and I want to build a business. Okay, cool. Your business is going to fail. That's just the way it is. If you're not good at numbers, that's okay. Get somebody who is. Or figure out a way for you to learn the essentials, to understand simple things like, what is an email worth? What is your average revenue per session per product page? How long does it take somebody to buy product 1 before they buy product 2? What is the LTV of a customer based off of the first product they buy with your business? If you don't know those numbers, and by the way, 100% of those numbers are absolutely knowable within seconds with ChatGPT and a simple like data pull from Shopify. And like we've had multiple work sessions in Disruptor School, the Inner Circle, where we've gone over doing that for people's businesses. And a huge shout out to the brands that have opened up their business to get that advice to help other people see the success. But if you don't know these things, then ultimately when you fail, it won't be anybody else's fault. And you may or may not agree with that. And here's my point as an operator. When things go wrong in your business, it's your fault. When things go right in your business, it's because of whoever else is involved in the work. If you're not leading from the front to fall on every sword and then championing your entire team when you fail, because failure is almost a given, it will be because of you. Master your unit economics. And if you're not okay with your numbers, Get somebody who is. Know what questions to ask. Understand the value and volume and cost of all the areas of your business, or you're never going to know what's wrong. If you're looking to Facebook ads as the solution to what's wrong in your business, you're going to fail because Facebook only amplifies the business that you have. And if your business isn't good because you don't know your numbers, nothing you do in the Facebook ad account is going to change that. All right. We're going to leave this up. We're going to come back to this. By the way, the giveaway. We said we're going to do the giveaway. Drop 7 in the chat, and you will be entered to win $100 plus one of these hats delivered to you literally anywhere in the world. If you can watch this thing, I can send it to you. Unless, like, you've got some jailbroken phone in the middle of, like, North Korea, in which case, like, look, I'm going to try. But, like, I use Printful. It's print on demand service. I'm not holding stock. And I don't think they delivered to North Korea as of right now. But other than that, I'll get it to you. So let's get back to some of your questions, okay? Let's do that. We're going to stop sharing this. Okay, let's bring some stuff up here. Boop, 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 boop. There we go. Okay. RS3 says, dealing with a CPM spike, 2x account average for the past few weeks. Extremely unprofitable now. Tried 10 new DCTs. Nothing is helping to lower CPA or CPM. Please help. Thanks. All right. Well, I'm going to give you some unfortunate truths, and then I'm going to give you a path. All right. I'm going to be honest with you when nobody else is. All right. Because that's what we do here. Right. At Disruptor School, we do things differently. We're going to demystify Facebook ads so you can see the success that you deserve, right? That's what we're doing here. So first off, I'm not shocked you had a CPM spike. Everybody had a CPM spike around the world. We knew this was going to happen. In fact, we knew like 5 years ago this was going to happen. We kind of knew like 100 years ago this was going to happen. Consumers are on their devices less often during the summer months. They're on them for less often for shorter periods of time. You're on your phone less. So there's an inventory, supply and demand issue. There's an inventory side, supply. Now, demand. You, like many others, are running ads right now, but the big box retailers that are trying to clear their shelves to bring in all the Q3 stock, the Q4 stock, the back to school stuff, the whatever it is, those folks are also dumping things like $1 million a day into Facebook. You think that you're spending enough to really matter when you're trying to find new pockets of the audience and all that shit. That's complete nonsense. I've spent $1 million a day. I didn't run out of a pocket of an audience for nearly a week. And that's back when CPMs were like $2, $3. You haven't run out of people. The problem for you, RS3, and everybody else, is that those folks are also spending that kind of money right now when there's less supply. So there's a supply and demand unit economic issue. Let me put it a different way. Your gas tank, your engine went from 30 miles a gallon to 10. And the price of gas tripled. Plus, point number 3, which is everything you're going to try to sell somebody, you've probably already sold them over the last 100 days for less than full price. So there's no reason for somebody to buy from you. So as a result, all of your advertising is going to be more expensive because, let's be fair, your ads are a burden on people. Nobody's signing into Instagram or Facebook or TikTok or YouTube or whatever the fuck to see your ads. Your ads are a billboard in the sky blocking the gorgeous sunset. Okay? Now, we got solutions. We're not victims here. Right? We're not. I was about to go out on a. We don't need to get into that angle today, but we are not folks whose pronouns are victim and butthurt, right? We're not cost cap maxi bros complaining every February and June when things break. We're business owners. We're people trying to make money on the internet. We're people trying to help, well, me at least. I'm somebody trying to help people's dreams come true to help them provide jobs for their community and help them put bread on the table for their family. Hi, girl. Hello. So let's get you some solutions. Now, you've made the choice of trying 10 new DCTs. Yeah, that's not going to work for you. If your funnel is unstable, changing the type of people that come into your business, adding unknowns and instability and massive volatility isn't the way to have a knowable outcome. In fact, it probably made things a lot worse. So let's help you out, because we're not victims here, right? We're problem solvers. We're going to make the world a better place. Let's do it. So you got your 3-part plan here. Number 1, this will happen every summer. Number 2, it's going to also happen in February. You're not a victim when it happens. I'm telling you, it's going to happen right now. Second, Facebook does not have to be your only source of revenue. Get your email act together. Get your search act together, your Amazon. We have a great masterclass at Disruptor School. Let me pull this up real quick. We have a great masterclass at Disruptor School from the amazing Philip Rivers, not to be confused with the that Philip Rivers from the Chargers. Now, this is a different Philip Rivers, and if you don't get that reference, then don't worry about it. Where is it here? Where's Philip's one? Here we go. Email marketing, lead capture, and convert. Get yourself this masterclass. And remember, if you literally just share this thing to any social media, this video right now, to literally any social media, and DM it to me, I'll give you a $150 gift card, so you get this thing for massive discount. Plus, you can use the code WAGMI that's scrolling down the bottom of the screen. You get an extra 20% off. Like, do not pay full price if you don't have to. Okay, sweetie. Hi. Okay. There we go. Okay. So, get better at getting an email. Get better at converting those people. When you're unprofitable, understand how to attract the attention of people who you can monetize more efficiently with more efficient marketing channels. Facebook is your least effective marketing channel. Also, you should dive into, if you want to go, we also have, you can use code B2G1 to buy 2, get 1 free. And snag yourself this TikTok shop class, which might be helpful. But I think if I was you, what I'd be steering you into is this Mastering Influencers in UGC bundle. This masterclass from Danil from Incense will get you to understand how to leverage influencers. And why this matters is not just the way that everybody else is talking about influencers, but this will help you with your organic marketing game. Understand how to earn attention and how to monetize it. When you're unprofitable with your Facebook ads, and at a time when we know Facebook's going to be tough, leverage your other more efficient marketing channels. And as you say, well, I'm already sending an email once a week. Great, send it once a day. And you're like, well, I'm going to get a whole bunch of unsubs. Fuck them. You're not in a place where you're going to be able to nurture somebody for 9 months to maybe give you $20. If they're not interested in buying, fuck them. Get better at burning through everybody. Honestly, one of the things you're going to learn inside of that class from Philip is if they're not converting in the first 10 to 14 days, they're probably useless. Any revenue you get out of the person is a nice to have. Burn through them. Get them. Get the sales. Figure out how to operate your business in a way where you are making more money without Facebook ads. And then you know what's going to happen? Your CPM is going to go down. Why? Because people are engaging with your business better. Facebook's looking at your click-through rate and your bounce rate and your conversion rate. They're looking at the volume of business that you do. And when that number gets better, because more and more people are interested in what you're doing, because you're converting more and more people, well, all of a sudden, if you and me are running the exact same business, selling the exact same product, if you're Adidas and I'm Puma, right? We're on opposite sides of this one German town, and you actually give people a positive experience, and I don't. I'm not saying that Puma isn't, so no shots against Puma. It's just a weird example that I decided to pull up today. Well, if that's the case, Facebook's going to give you all the preferential treatment. You're going to get first crack at all the good inventory because CPMs is also a reflection of the quality of impressions you get. Are you the third thing somebody sees when they open up their Instagram account, or are you 20 minutes into a doom scroll from somebody that's literally just trying to waste their time? And Facebook saying, well, it's an impression. Yeah, that's the CPM where it's $30, $50, $100 when it used to be 10, when it used to be 25. If your website is better at getting people interested, if your business is better at getting people to buy because you're doing all the other things right, your Facebook CPMs are going to go down and the quality of people that your ads get shown to will improve. And fun fact, your CPAs are going to get better with your Facebook ads anyway. Because also, you're doing a really good job of giving Facebook new data on who to show your ads to. And when Facebook gets better and better data of the people who are happy to see your page in their feed, well, not only are you getting higher quality content, it's a better match to the folks that want to buy. The lookalike audiences that your ads make for themselves improve in quality. So RS3, instead of amplifying the problem by running a shit ton of new ads, improve the quality of your business by getting better at influencer marketing, by getting better at your organic stuff, and most importantly, get better at your email and search, right? In like, I've been talking about search, but if you don't know how to do search, hey, look, that's what Disruptor School is for. Every skill you need is available here for dirt cheap, right? This is the Google search class. Google search ads for Facebook advertisers. You can literally go with your top 5 Facebook ads and in 90 minutes be running a profitable Google search campaign. Everything you need, literally from step 1 on how to enter your credit card in to pay for your ads, is in this thing. That's what Disruptor School is all about, by the way. If nobody knows what Disruptor School is, Disruptor School, all these master classes are making it available for anyone to master the skill that is holding them back from the next level. And honestly, RS3, for what it's worth, you could use code B2G1, buy 2 get 1. You can get all 3 of those master classes, buy 2 get 1 free, and share this live and get the $150 gift card. And I think it'd be something at like $347 is just shy of 7 plus 150 off. You're paying less than 400 and you're paying something less than 550. And if you spend that much, you're also going to get like a whole bunch of like, let's build it real quick. Okay. Just for this, we're going to add this to cart because also you get a bunch of freebies, right? So we're going to add this to cart and then we're going to go here and we're going to go ahead and add, let's see, we're going to get this to cart, the influencer marketing one. Sweet. Now we've hit the free Disruptor School hat with $20 gift card. You got your $50 gift card and you got a $100 gift card. Awesome. All right, so boom, boom, boom. Love it. All that shit is free. And then, hold on a second. Actually, let's get rid of this because I feel like we actually we added it on top of the freebie. That was the problem. Okay, there we go. We got a bunch of freebies. Love it. Okay. Right? Free. Okay, cool. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to that third one. Okay. We're gonna go over here. Email caption convert. Add to cart. Sweet. We got that. And let's go ahead and enter this discount code. B2G1. Apply. Discount not applied. Okay. I don't know. Maybe because there's something in here going on. I might have to fix that. Who knows? I will have that fixed by the time we get to it. All right. I will call the folks who will make this happen. I'll get into the back of Shopify in the next like 30 seconds. But as soon as this is done, which is longer than 30 seconds, but you know what I'm saying. Point is, like, these are the skills that you should be mastering instead of launching a shit ton more ads. The amount of money you spent making those ads and launching them could have been spent on improving your business so that you never have this problem ever again. And that's Disruptor School. That's what we're here to do. That's the success that you deserve. You know what I'm saying? All right. I says, what are your thoughts on drop shipping? Would you advise going right into branding? First off, my thoughts on drop shipping, super valuable. Love it. A lot of people think that I'm anti-drop shipper. I'm not anti-drop shipper. I think drop shipping is an incredibly valuable skill. I've built multiple businesses drop shipping. I think it's great. Here's what I would do. Get a win. get a win. Let's say you found this amazing Roku remote drop shipping thing. Awesome. Now sell me things that are vertically integrated with this product. Here's the fun thing. You can make all of those sales with email. Now, that email, $0 to make a sale. Now your Facebook ads are just lead gen to your email campaigns. Do you need to be day one profitable if you're selling a whole bunch of things on email because you vertically integrated a business? No. No, you don't. Get into brand development once you get your hero product. And literally any niche will work. Any brand can work. I did it with squishy cats, like a cell phone case that was like a cat belly, and ended up being like 30 different products. All of them drop shipped. That was a successful business. All right. There you go. Okay, cool. So let's see, time check. Okay. Let's go about 7 more minutes until we do the spin to win. Hi, girl. So drop 7 into the chat and be entered to win a $100 gift card plus one of these hats delivered to you anywhere in the world. And we're also talking about the 7 rules to grow. I see some more questions popping up. Silver, I see you, buddy. We're going to get to you in just a few minutes. All right. So what we're going to do here is we're going to get back to, we're going to get back to the last of the 2 on the rules here, right? The 7 golden rules of grow, which is what this session is all about. Okay. Break down your business. Why do people give you money? I can't tell you how many business owners I talk to that get this wrong. And it's not like a trick question. It's just understanding how your business makes money. And you say, well, I sell things. Okay, but what? Why? Why do people buy? Understand the reason that people are buying from you. Why do people give you money versus somebody else? And I'm going to give you a hint. It's not because your Facebook ad was better. It's not because you were running cost caps. It's not because you're targeting. No, that's not why they bought from you. And if you don't know, ask your customers. Every massively successful operator I know talks to their customers. I'm talking folks running 8-figure, 9-figure brands. Talk to your customers. You can look at people that are running massive businesses. Like Elon Musk is regularly talking to he knows exactly who his customer is. I'm just throwing people out there, right? They run massive businesses. Tim Cook is consistently understanding what the Apple buyer wants, right? If you don't know why somebody's buying from you, figure it out. And my best recommendation is talk to them. If you were to give people a gift card, and you see this happen all the time, why is so-and-so trying to give me a $50 Amazon gift card to talk to me? Well, because giving you $50 to talk to me, if I do that to 10 different people, believe me, that $500 is going to help me make another $1 million. I have to understand this stuff. Break down every step of your business. Know the cost of each step. How many people go from step 1 to step 2? How many go from step 2 to step 3? Know the value of each step. Right? Remember what I said before? How much is an email worth? How much is each individual email address worth? How much is it worth if they don't open after a week? How much is it worth if they've already bought from you? Know these numbers. How many people go to your website? Let's say you get 1,000 people to your website, and then let's say 100 people visit the product page, and 10 people add to cart, and 1 person buys. Okay. Now you have a conversion rate for each step in the funnel. What's it cost to get somebody to each step? What's the value of each step? Well, let's say we're selling something for $100. Well, that means every add to cart, if there's 10 add to carts to 1 purchase, every add to cart is worth $10. If 1 out of 10 people that visits the product page buys the product, then each product page visitor is worth 10 cents. See where I'm going with this? If your revenue per page session is say 15 cents, that's great. If no, you then you just need to get somebody to that page for less than that. Now, we just said your revenue per session in this case for somebody that gets to that page is worth 10. Can you get them there for 6? If you know an email address is worth, say, $50, can you get one for 20? I was dealing with a guy in the MBA program who a fly fishing rod company, Epic Fly Rods. Amazing dude. He's trying to sell $1,000, $2,000 fly fishing rods to people. And one of the things he found out was like, bro, you're able to get an email address for 25 cents on the dollar for what it's worth. Let's just get you some more email addresses because your newsletters crush. I'm not a fly fishing guy. I read his newsletters and I feel like I'm not like I'm missing out. By the way, Dennis, I see you. You're up next. All right. So like understand this stuff. And remember, if you don't know your numbers, you can't make more money. There's no creative strategist in the world that's going to solve this problem for you. If you don't know how you make money, stop trying to solve problems that aren't anything to do with how you monetize the attention you get. Creative is a luxury problem. Solving your creative testing is what you do when you already figure out how to monetize people. It's a creative test to attract the attention of the people that you know how to monetize. That's how this works. All right. Now, here's rule number 7. We're going to get to that in a minute because we got this super chat from Dennis. If you were starting out with e-com, what type of physical product would you sell and at which price point? Verified product with organic and then paid ? Love it. Dennis, I got this question. I got this question a lot, actually. So I'm going to give you my favorite answer to this question. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. The type of product, completely irrelevant. Which price point? Doesn't matter. None of that matters. The single most important thing is, can I get more than one transaction from a customer? If I can turn a customer into future cash flow, then we've got something. It doesn't matter what the business is. The business itself is a vehicle to accessing cash flow. So I don't care if it's cell phone cases, if it's laptop cases, if it's dog food, if it's dog treats, if it's stuffed animals of dogs or cats. I don't care if it's cables. I don't care if it's cars. I don't care if it's houses. I don't care if it's computers. I don't care if it's phones or flowers. I don't care if it's skincare or CBD. I mean, I've done 7, 8, 9-figure businesses in all of them. Because at the end of the day, what you are selling is not a product. You have to remember, that's not what a business is. A business is how do you buy cash flow at a profit. What makes a business successful or what lends it to failure has everything to do with, can you acquire future cash flow in a projectable and predictable, profitable way? And that's what the predictable profit scaling blueprint is all about, which is part of the Begin to Win program that we have at Facebook, which again, I'll bring up here in a minute. And if you want to see that, you can just drop the number 7 on literally any Instagram post that I have, and you'll be able to see that. I'll bring this up here real quick, not trying to shill, but just letting you know that like, if you want more resources on this stuff, we've got it, right? So like you can just go to Shop the School. Awesome. And then let's say, where's the Begin to Win? 5 stars. Boom. There we go. Begin to Win at Facebook ads. There you go. $50. You're going to get a $7 trial and then $50 a month. Okay. The predictable profit scaling blueprint is how you're going to turn one transaction into future cash flow. That's how you build a business. It's business growth. You're also, by the way, going to get the one campaign blueprint, so you understand how to build an ad account. There's Disruptor bot. There's a bunch of stuff here. I'm not trying to shill. I'm just trying to say, like, these are things that matter. So let me answer the question more directly. Can I find a product where when somebody buys this, I have confidence I can sell them something else? If the answer is yes, then it's almost impossible for me to lose. And if you look at somebody like, say, Alex Hormozi, why does Gym Launch work? Well, because of that LTV to CAC. Now, if you're running e-com, LTV to CAC is a dog shit metric. Don't look at it because it's not helpful for you. What Alex is selling is future cash flow. Right? When you join a gym, it's a monthly membership. That's future cash flow. A business, a gym business, is buying future cash flow devices, people, and then doing everything you can in the operation of that business so that it takes them longer to stop paying. That's how a business works. And yes, I would verify with organic if I can. Sell it without ads, and then running ads is easy. If you can't sell it without ads, odds are you're going to fail. And if you can't sell it without ads, understand this. What you don't have yet is an understanding of how your business works. And it's incredibly expensive, relatively speaking, to try to scale a business when you don't know how to sell your product. And you might say, well, my ads, I can sell the product. No. If you need to force your content into somebody's feed to steal a sale from one of your competitors, then you don't know how to make a sale. And if you're not a good salesperson, figure it out. One of the easiest ways of figuring it out, by the way, and just bringing this back up, is getting influencers to do it. And I don't mean trying to get other people to post on your behalf. What I'm talking about is buy content from people whose job it is to make your product look good. Influencer marketing is not about getting somebody to drop some promotion code. Influencer marketing is about getting people to paying people to make content for you, and then getting to understand how they talk about your product. And so that you can understand what real people think. And then when that organic content, when that influencer content works organically on TikTok and Instagram and YouTube and earns likes and shares and comments and views and start selling product, then run those as ads. Now you're off to the races. Set up some statics to come in and round out that funnel. These are the fundamentals that we talk about in Disruptor School Inner Circle. And like, if you don't have these brilliant basics, if you don't have these fundamentals down, then your odds of success are extraordinarily limited. By the way, Chandler, I see you over here on Instagram ask a question. So we're going to get to you in just a minute. We're going to finish out right now. We're going to finish out the 7 rules to growth. And then we're going to get to the last few questions that we have here in this session. All right, everybody? We're going to make it happen. And then I think we're going to take a small break and then get this little girl taken care of, right? Okay. Let's get to this. Leverage Facebook ads for their strengths. What I mean by this is that every part of your business goes into what makes money. What is your Facebook ad actually doing for your business? And the answer to that question is different for every business. Okay? Some businesses, we were talking about before about that skincare business, phenomenal on Amazon and Google, couldn't scale up Facebook for nothing. Once we figured out, well, what Facebook's strength wasn't attracting the attention of folks that went to buy on Amazon. Once we understood its strength, we could then weaponize that for growth. What is your strength? Maybe the strength of the Facebook ad for your business is being that bottom funnel, that mid-funnel marketing effort, because you're phenomenal at organic marketing. Awesome. If you're phenomenal at organic marketing, you don't need Facebook to do prospecting for you. You already have a funnel. Just smash that content that gets a higher CPM and a higher frequency, because you don't need to do the whole funnel's bit of work. Understand what's going on and do just that one thing. Focus on the least complex way to get the most value. Remember, Facebook ads are not your salespeople. They drive traffic to your site. They bring potential customers to your store. Let your sales process do the rest. That's what really matters here. And unfortunately, these are not messages you're going to get from other folks that make their money running your ads for you. And by the way, you're not getting them to run their ads. You're getting somebody that they hired who's probably a kid that's never operated a business that's at your scale, that has also never been to where you want your business to be. Remember, most of these agencies, these predatory pricing agencies run by low integrity operators who really regret not selling a few years ago. Their business model is, can I trick somebody into signing a 3-month contract? And then can I get them to sign that contract a second time? If I can get him to sign a second time, I'm going to hand him off to the B team, right? You've always got your onboarding team and then the folks that come in afterwards. But nobody there ever ran a business of your size. Nobody there has ever been to where you want to be. And in fact, their job is to not get fired, which is why every single time you talk to your agency, the very first thing that they do is say, well, we spent this much money and this is the return we got. Like you don't know what your bottom line has been for your business for the last week. They're talking to you like you're an idiot because every time you talk to an agency is a sales call. They're starting the call off with, please don't fire me. And also, fun fact, if you do fire them, those other scammer jackasses are going to sue you. And the media buyer, their bottom line isn't hurt. Their success and failure has nothing to do with whether or not you stay on. And full disclosure, we talked about this before in the MBA partnership program where you can work with previous MBA grads, my star students. I'm not giving them a paycheck. If they earn your business, they're getting paid. If they lose their business, we both lose money. They're not getting a paycheck regardless. They're not employees. They are folks who I trust and I've worked with directly, and then I support them on supporting you. But you can hire them for half to a third of what it would cost to hire me and my team. And those relationships tend to work out. Though the average person sticks around in those for, well, it continues to go up because some of those relationships are now on years long. So the LTV just continues to climb because the relationships just make sense. And the billing again for that is $5,000 a month. Full disclosure, I keep a percentage of that. Every 90 days, that price goes up by $500. And that $500, 100% of that goes into the pocket of the person running your ads. They get a raise because they've made it so that you feel that $15 more a day is a drop in the bucket of the value they brought. And if those people keep you for a year, they basically doubled their paycheck. Right? Like they're getting more and more money. I'm not saying they're doubling from you, but the point is like they're incentivized to do good work by being a part of your team. And we make no commission. There's no performance incentive. We're not trying to take credit for any work of anybody else. Because, again, we have integrity, which makes us dramatically different than most of the people that run stuff. You're not going to find any other agency out there that runs on that model. They have employees that are paid to make sure that you don't fire them. We don't do that here. Disruptor School is all about making sure that you don't ever need to pay anybody else to do the work. And if you've decided that, yes, that's great, but I have more important things to do, then I'm going to give you somebody that you can work with that pays for themselves in a way where you never have to question their motivation. And they're there to help build your business. That's what it's all about. And then the Disruptor brand accelerator program is we are going to train you and your team to not need us. My goal is that you graduate. And, right now, actually, we had somebody graduating that they put in their 30 days. And those contracts, by the way, with me, 30-day out, month-to-month contracts. I'm not going to sue you because you called on to the fact that my business is destroying yours because somebody that's never operated a business is now tanking everything and we're just making excuses. No. We don't do that. All right. Silver, what's your take on international marketing? When is it the right time? And by the way, Chandler, you're next on the list, okay? And then Dennis, I see you. Silver, what's your take on international marketing? When is the right timing for a US-based apparel brand? Well, Silver, I love this question, and a lot of folks know me as being a grape in the watermelon of Under Outfit, which went from $50K a month to $1 million a week. Right? We did 7 million like in May or April, and they were doing 50K a month when they came into the Facebook Ads MBA program. Don't need to go international yet. When is the right time? I will say this. Going international, I've done it with a few brands, is exponentially more difficult. It's not just run some ads in a different market. The impact on taxes and fulfillment is dramatic. Now, that doesn't mean to say that you can't allow people to ship from your warehouse in Tennessee. Go for it. But they're going to have to pay. And they're going to have the expectation on the shipping time. And if they want to do that, great. But if you want to go international, understand that means you're going to need fulfillment centers, right? Maybe you want to open up the European market. I feel like that's going backwards. Most Europeans want to figure out how to break the US market. So my point with all of this is, my take is that it can be incredibly helpful. But if you're shipping physical goods, especially apparel where there's an expectation that I can return this, and there's high competition with low margins, well, it depends on the apparel you're selling. I've sold apparel with like 90% margins, so let me take that part back. But after marketing, after business operations, OpEx, after shipping, and all that other stuff, like, you can do it. Don't let me tell you, don't hear what I'm not saying. I'm not saying don't do it. What I'm saying is, my take on it is make sure you need to. Make sure that you need to do it. A JSH Moof, the man with the face, this is in fact live, not pre-recorded. Okay. Somebody just asked, is this live or pre-recorded? It's live, homie. All right. Now let's get to, we had 2 more questions here, and then I got to go take care of this little girl. We'll take a little break. All right. And then we'll come back with another session. Chandler, this is over on Instagram, by the way. What if your e-com business supplements? Do you like LTV to CAC? No, I don't like LTV to CAC. That is never the right business unless you are exclusively membership, in which case, yes, go for it. But I'm running on PSM. LTV divided by the sum of CPA and COGS times frequency of purchase. Because unlike a gym, there are more things to supplements. And e-com is not the same as a membership business. It's just not the same thing. And I think LTV to CAC is still a wildly oversimplified way of looking at unit economics, but I think it's phenomenally better than just looking at CAC, which is also a complete nonsense metric, but we don't have time for that right now. So I'm looking at PSM. And by the way, I know we've been hounding on this and stuff, but if you want to grab, we talk about the 7 golden rules to grow. That's disruptorschool.com/LM for lead magnet _7 golden rules. We actually have a calculator for PSM in there. And if you join the Begin to Win, which we've talked about here a few times, and if you're on Instagram or you go to my Instagram at @CCheethdisruptor, just drop the number 7 on literally any post, then ManyChat will hit you with the link for Begin to Win for $7 for 7 days. And then after that's $50 a month. There's a whole like course section on there just on PSM and like how to and a million things to like break it down so that you can understand offer construction and unit economics. And to be fair, I think Alex Hormozi is a really smart guy. I think he's a really good guy. I also think that he's not an e-com guy. And I know that they've had some internal changes with their digital marketing. And I know the guy that was running his Facebook ads before, he actually reached out to me when he saw me building my Facebook 322 video on running Facebook ads for the book launch of the $100 million offers. Sorry, $100 million lead. And I kind of told the guy the way it was. And there's a bunch of drama there, and we're not about drama here. So, I mean, much to the chagrin of other folks, I don't want to cause drama. Just sometimes I have to tell low integrity operators the way the world is. And that's okay. All right, let's see. A couple other questions, and then we got to take this girl. There's 2 questions here. All right, 2 questions. One from Dennis. Have you always been a good speaker? How do you keep your train of thought throughout the answer? I was a radio DJ for 10 years. Fun fact, before I got into Facebook marketing, I was a Sirius XM radio personality, and I had my own FM show, and I got started answering phones at an AM station. I have a long broadcast career that before I got into all of this stuff. I'm comfortable speaking to a brick wall and a microphone for 4 hours straight and being completely satisfied and entertained. Now, how I keep a straight thought, years and years of experience of talking about this topic. Like my job, I mean, I've been retired now for years. My wife hates it when I say I'm unemployed, but like legitimately, I don't have a boss. I don't have a job. That's the way I look at it. Like, what would you do if you never had to work again? That's what I do with my day. But that also means that like, I've got my 10,000 hours in talking about this stuff to people. I've been doing these types of things, helping people in this way for hours sometimes per day for like a decade. So I really appreciate you saying that. And we got another one. You have really great communication skills, great salesman. Thank you. I chalk up my ability to sell by when I was a kid, not much older than Charley. I was in Little League Baseball, and they have these fundraisers, right? And it was like candy salesman. Well, first year T-ball, like age 5, I sold the most candy that anybody had sold. Every year I set a new record. And for me, it was just like, I just have to get attention and sell these things. And I get a brand new bike because I got like $100 gift card to Toys R Us. And so I spent it on a new Huffy. So I got a new Huffy every summer by just hawking candy bars. And I probably sold tens of thousands of candy bars over the next like 7 years. Boxes and boxes and boxes. And like whatever I needed to do as a cute kid in a uniform to just sling that chocolate. I got my reps in. What can I say? Silver says, great take. Thank you. Doing $1 a day in ads. I've been scaling this whole year. You've been amazing. Would love to connect. Silver, I'd love to connect too. And honestly, if you're doing $1,000 a day in ads, man, like you're perfect for the Disruptor School Inner Circle. And honestly, like you're borderline ready for the MBA program. If you want to be at 2,000 a day by the end of the year, the MBA program is probably the simplest, dumbest, like decision, like stupid, simple decision to make. Full disclosure, it's 6.5 for the basic, for the standard, and $12K for the premium program. And of course, you can use these discounts we're talking about here, and use these gift cards we're talking about here to save some money, and we can put it on a payment plan. But we would put you in a place where it would fundamentally change things for you. And I'm fully confident in that. I'm not making guarantees because I'm not one of these other snake oil salesmen. I'm just saying that hundreds and hundreds of people have been through the Facebook Ads MBA program. Not a single person that's gone through it and done the work has ever asked for their money back. It's been years. I told you the price point. I told you the volume of people. When you look at that and say, oh, wait, nobody's ever asked for their money back? Wow. That's the only thing that I can tell you. And I've been 100% transparent. If you don't believe me, for the record, because some people have been like, yeah, that's bullshit, blah, blah, blah. I shared my tax returns in a video that I launched in January, where I literally said, I made $1 million last year. Here's my tax returns. I had $7,000 of refund over the course of the year. And that was basically folks that had bought an ebook or something and were like, weren't happy. And I was like, customer service, awesome. You're not happy? Here's your money back. Done. This $97 ebook that'll tell you how to triple your business over the next year. You're not happy with it? Great. Here's your $97 back. Whatever it was, right? I think it was a couple $100 here. I mean, over the course of a year, that stuff adds up. But the amount of refund over the course of the year was less than the price of the MBA program. And then I added in the standard program this year. So, you know, all of that. All right. Last question, then we're calling it. All right. Thank you. Hot Sizzle says, thanks for the answer. You're welcome. Mike Armstrong, that explains so much. Hey, Mike, I hope to see you in my inbox, buddy, when I go to change this diaper and get myself some food. So you said you did it. I'm looking forward, and I'm going to take care of you as soon as we take a break here before our next session. Dennis, how are you AI proofing your business? At what point does the best copywriter get matched by AI? What happens then? I'm not AI proofing my business. I'm embracing AI. If AI puts you out of work, it's because your job isn't valuable enough. I'm not AI proofing my business. I've been using Facebook's AI for 5 years. What do you think dynamic product ads are? What do you think dynamic creative is? AI can't build a business. AI is not going to be able to do the understanding of what goes into consumer. Like every step of the way could be done by AI. And to be fair, I think you could do every step of everything with AI. And I'm sure you could ultimately build out an AI that could understand that and do all of it. And at some point, that's also going to build an AI like avatar that you're going to be able to talk to, that's going to be able to understand all of that stuff. That's going to be the face of business. And at that point, okay. If somebody can put all of that together, then they can be one drop in the ocean of the rest of the opportunity for everybody. It would literally take millions of those things to equal the amount of work being done by people. And then honestly, the person making the money is the person figuring out how to sell those AI bots. And I'll be that guy. So that's what happens then. You embrace it and you get better. All right, Mike, you say email sent already. I'm looking for it, buddy. And if I don't see it, I'm coming for you, Mike. All right. Just, you know, I can't check my email right now. So actually, you know what? I have my phone. Okay, Mike, I have my phone. All right, hold on a second. I'm going to make sure that I got it. Mike, I got it 1 hour ago. And you spelled it program with an E at the end. So I'm going to go ahead and assume America is not your home. And that's awesome. So Mike, you're good to go. Vasu, hi. Everybody else, great to see you. And with that being said, we're going to take a break, and I'll see you next session. All right, bye.